Hi everybody, my name is Lafaya Mitchell. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I've been working with children who are called hypersensitive for over 20 years. When I speak to hypersensitivity, diagnoses such as Asperger's, autism, bipolar disorder, ADHD, and actually certain times where, there's no diagnosis at all, they just tend to be a little bit more on the awkward side, have issues there with their social interactions, with their emotional reactivity, with some of their behaviors. So that's what I mean when I talk about hypersensitivity. So today, the question that I'm going to answer is, does my bad mood impact my child? So first of all, bad moods affect the children whether they're hypersensitive or not. Not just children, but anybody. Your bad mood can impact another person no matter what. One way that a bad mood can affect, especially a hypersensitive child, is that hypersensitive children have a tendency to emotion soak. Now, when I speak to emotion soaking, I mean, most people do it. Okay, so that's sponging off of the emotions of another person or sponging off of their negative energy or positive energy. So we all do that in some measure. But when you're dealing with hypersensitive people, you have an extreme taking in it, and they take it on as if it becomes actually their own, and it might become their own times 10. And so then you get some extreme reactivity in those cases. For example, your child is in the room and they're happily playing their video game, no problem, they're not unhappy with anything. You walk into the room and you're irritated, their room is not clean, and you say to them, I thought I told you to clean your room. And even if you don't say it like that, even if you say, I asked you to clean your room earlier, could you please get that done? If there's a lot of turmoil happening for you on the inside as you're telling your child this, because you have now taken personal offense to your child not cleaning their room, your child is like, oh my goodness, I can't ever do anything. Or at first you may get, hold on, which oftentimes can be upsetting to the parents too. They personalize that and they say, no, I need you to do what I asked you to do when I asked you to do it. You have to work on not personalizing when your child says, hold on a minute. When they say, hold on a minute, it just means they want to get to a pause point, or they don't want to lose their place, or it has nothing to do with you and you being disrespected. When you have this kind of reactivity, you notice that your child returns either that or even stronger reactivity to the point to where they're all up in arms and even threatening to kill themselves by the time you guys are done with the conversation, when it was really just about cleaning their room, then you can start to acknowledge that there is some version of emotion soaking likely happening. I really want to hit home with that point about emotion soaking, because it's something as a parent to become more aware of, so that you're not upset by your child's reactivity, and so that you can become empowered by reducing some of their reactivity by dealing with yourself and your own bad mood before you go and address it. Another way that your bad mood affects, basically the idea that I want you to understand is, you get what you give. So if you give out negative energy, then that's what you tend to get back. If you're dealing with an extremely healthy person, emotionally healthy person, who they're having a good day, your bad mood may not pull them into that energy field that you're giving off. But most times, in most relationships, you're going to find that when you're bringing the negative energy, another person is giving it right back. And then you guys are just basically feeding off of each other's negative energy. And even though in math, a negative and a negative equals a positive, in emotions and in real life, negative and negative does not make positive. Negative and negative just makes more negative. So what you really want to understand when you're in a bad mood or when you're having a hard day is, it's often better to just not bring that energy to other people. Or if you're feeling that way, at least acknowledge it. Come in and say, oh, guys, if I seem to be a little bit short, don't take that personally. It's not really about you. Now, you may need to change something it is that you're doing to help yourself out. I don't want to just say that when you're in a bad mood, avoid everything, because you still have to deal with your kids, and all that. But it's good to acknowledge to them so that they understand that that's what's going on, as opposed to their behaviors are so upsetting to you. I do want to mention that talking about how your mood impacts hits on steps 1 and 3 of the Lafaya way. I don't want to get into the full of the Lafaya way, but the Lafaya way 4 steps includes: find your calm, get to the real issues impacting you and the person you're interacting with, Understand and respond according to your truest intentions, and repeat and reinforce. Now, I do have a breakdown of all 4 steps in their own separate videos. So if you'd like to learn more about those, which I highly recommend, then please do go back and find the videos on steps 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the Lafaya way. Today's subject, I'm going to discuss how your mood really does touch on some of the concepts that we want to understand in steps 1 and 3 of the Lafaya way, which is find your calm and understand your truest intentions. So find your calm, it of course kind of self-explanatory. We really want you to emphasize the importance of understanding why that's important. You know, getting that emotion soaking peace element out of the way so you don't have extreme reactivity and all of that. Step 3 of the Lafaya way, understanding your truest intentions. Now, if you're coming to another person and you're in a bad mood, then and you're reacting according to that bad mood without acknowledging that the mood is playing a bigger part in how you're reacting than what the other person is doing or what they didn't do, then you are falling out of the realm of understanding your truest intentions. If your intention is to get the person to react in a positive way or to get the person to react in a compliant way, then coming to them in a bad mood and expressing things to them in an upset way is not likely to get your needs met. So we really want to work according to understanding our truest intentions. So what is your truest intention? When you ask your child to clean their room, your truest intention in that moment is to get that room cleaned. Your truest intention is not to show them how upset you are. Your truest intention is not to start up an argument that you don't really want to have while you're in a bad mood. Your truest intention is point blank, most logically, get the room clean. When you're responding, then you have to respond with the understanding that that is your truest intention and then respond accordingly. Does your bad mood impact your child? The answer to that is emphatically yes, okay? And it's not a blame thing, it's just an acknowledgement thing. And if you follow the advice that I gave to you today, you'll find yourself far more productive, good mood, bad mood, or in between. For more information on the Lafaya way, please visit my website. You can find it by searching the Lafaya way. Or if you have any questions for me, which I love your questions, please leave them in the comments section below or email me at info@pomtsolutions.com. And I would appreciate very much your feedback. That's all the discussion I have for you today on whether or not your bad mood affects your child. Yes. Until next time, stay you and stay true.